Particular mushroom.
Hello everyone, this is Particular Mushroom, and today is a story of Yoshi's. Yoshi's Story is a game I played many years ago, but just couldn't beat. However, I knew the game was short, so I had my eye on it. I barely talked myself out of the Wii Virtual Console release, so when it rolled around on the Wii U this year, I caved. And of course, as soon as I buy it, I get a discount on my Nintendo. Oh come on, I finally had something to spend these platinum coins on, and I... What's interesting is while I recall struggling with this game, online reviews like to state pretty much the opposite. So, is my younger self just terrible at video games? Well, let's see what this game dishes out now, shall we? On the surface, the game definitely looks lackluster. The premise of the story is Baby Bowser has stolen the Super Happy Tree, and it's up to 6 baby Yoshis to save the day by staying super happy. Well, whatever. Mario games have hardly been big storytellers. But then you get into the first level and find out that you beat said level by scarfing down 30 pieces of fruit. That's it. This isn't very difficult, and with some levels beatable within 5 minutes, and the first level being practically impossible to lose, the game is certainly not going for good first impressions. As far as collectibles go, there are 3 big hearts in every stage which unlock more levels, white Shy Guys that only show up if you need to save some dead Yoshis, and one-time unlockable black and white Yoshis. These provide a decent distraction, but other than a few big hearts, there's no real challenge to them. So while the graphics and sounds might strike chords with some, the gameplay seems pretty sparse. And after completing the story mode once, I believe many people assume this is all the game has to offer. But it's not. There's a catch. And this isn't a small catch, no. This is a big catch. It's like reeling in a magical genie fish that grants you a wish you never asked for. I know exactly what you want. A lifetime supply of donuts. This catch is the melon. Now, this melon. That's confusing, right? This is a watermelon and this is a melon. That's what the game actually calls them. Anyway, what do melons do? Why are they important? You could figure it out based on the fact that melons are worth more points than any other fruit on the score tally. But that raises another point. In the Super Nintendo game Yoshi's Island, the score tally puts "you got all these and you missed these" in your face after every level, so you know what you missed. In Yoshi's Story, all you get is a capless score tally. So yeah, maybe you know that melons are good, but this doesn't tell you how many melons are in each level. In fact, the only time the game mentions this detail is in 1-2, surprise, inside one help box where it simply mentions all courses have 30 melons and adds that they're worth 100 points. This small 5-word sentence is a game changer. Quite literally. Yes, it's still the same level, the same enemies, the same layout, but your playstyle couldn't be more different. Instead of scarfing down into the void of Yoshi's stomach, everything and anything that dares enter your tongue's range, you must instead be a little more prudent, a little more strategic, and well, freaking good at the game. This is what I like to call the 30 Melon Challenge. The concept is simple. Eat all 30 melons in each stage. I also add as an additional requirement collecting all 3 big hearts. Execution, however, is difficult, and this is when the game goes from soft lullaby to hard rock. First thing you'll notice when playing the 30 Melon Challenge is eating any fruit besides a melon immediately ends your 30 melon run. That makes sense, but it's incredulously difficult. Yeah, get out of here, shy guy. Alright, let me have these melons here and, oh, come on, you've gotta be kidding me. That's ridiculous. What am I supposed to do? I guess I'll just try and, see what happens here. Alright, good gravy. And this situation is just unlucky. The classic example I always think of is in 5-2, Lots O' Fishes. There's a segment where a horde of Cheep Cheeps swipe across the screen carrying some melons, and eating all the fish grants you a big heart. It's really not that difficult. Even if you get poked in the face by one, you gulp up some more of them and get your life back. However, there are 3 watermelons perpetually floating there. If you accidentally scarf one down, your 30 melon run is over. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Melons are different than other fruit in that they can be completely hidden. Many are hiding in the ground waiting for a Yoshi ground pound to launch them out. However, these are just the simple ones. The game throws bizarre and frustratingly snide challenges at you to get some of these melons. Take this situation for example. You pushed these 2 boxes together and 2 melons came out. Yay, right? Well, guess what? You actually just lost the 30 melon challenge because the middle one always has a melon, while the left and right one only poof out a melon if you slide them together. You're supposed to sniff the boxes to see which one to smash, but if you never figure that out, you'll be forever wondering why you can't find that last melon. And that's the other thing. Many melons are one attempt only, and if you miss your chance, that melon is gone for good. Any of the question mark bubbles, for example, are one-time events, so you'd best be ready for whatever pops out of there. Oh, then there's this. Okay friends, throw out your best guess. What is the most difficult part of the 30 melon challenge? Pause the video if you need more time. Got your answer? Alright, the most difficult part of the 30 melon challenge is the mini game. I wish I was joking. You might be tempted to think otherwise because the mini games in the first 2 worlds are walks in the park. But these things World 4 on are brutal. You must master the controls in this game if you expect to complete all of them. See, at the end of each minigame, you get awarded anywhere from 0 to 7 fruit based on how well you did. That's all fun and games until you realize the fruit are melons. Meaning in the 30 melon challenge, you have to ace the minigame. And that's on top of making sure you collect the stage's other 23 melons all in the same attempt. It's a load of melons! You might be wondering, how are the minigames so difficult? Well, let's go over them. There are 3 different types: melon race, broad jump, and special delivery. Melon Race is the most straightforward. Get from start to finish as fast as you can, particularly before this little chain chomp gets to eat any of your melons. You're such a cute little obnoxious punk. Stop eating my melons. And while you might guess, Melon Race is difficult because they allow little room for error, what you probably didn't know is that 2 of the races are so difficult that I can't even beat them unless I use a hidden exploit on each one. Namely, jumping out of the water here like so, and getting a super happy fruit from this melon. And this doesn't make the platforming any easier. Good gracious. Now, broad jump is a special little cantaloupe. Again, a simple concept. Get awarded melons based on how far you travel without touching the ground. Broad jump is actually the easiest of the 3 types, but it's downright devious to learn. When I got to my first one, I tried a fruit basket full of attempts, and I utterly could not make it to 7 melons. Again and again, what was it? I couldn't figure it out. I got so desperate I used a restore point just so I wouldn't have to reset the level every single time. When I finally did it once, I had no idea how. So I had to practice more to finally figure out that I simply wasn't pressing B fast enough. I figured out that there is no delay between when you finish fluttering and when you can flutter again, other than how fast you re-press the button. I thought I was pressing fast enough, but as it turns out, lifting your finger off the button is plain too slow. I can beat this minigame pretty reliably now, but I still need to mentally prep myself. It's not natural to press buttons that fast. Finally, we have special delivery. And if you thought they would get any easier, that's a cute thought. With this one, you stack a set of 7 packages on your back and try to reach the finish line while keeping them all balanced. There are a few obnoxious ones, but the last one is just absurd. First off, in the last world of the game, special delivery decides to be, well, extra special, and only drop 1 package at a time. So now you're playing a balancing minigame inside the balancing minigame. Balancing packages isn't difficult, but doing so while in the same spot is a completely different story. So great, you've got all the packages. Well, now you get to start the minigame, which is as follows. There's a thwomp carrying Shy Guy, which you can either jump over or run underneath if it's up high enough. Then after that, do it again on a moving platform. And in case you were thinking, that's not so bad, I can do that easy. Let's not forget that you need to eat the other 23 melons in one of the hardest stages in the game, and if you lose a single melon, you have to restart the entire level from the beginning. Isn't this fun? Aren't we having fun yet? And that's basically the 30 melon challenge. Game's not so easy now, is it? And in retrospective, the fact that this cutesy, simple-looking game hides a sinister challenge right in front of your face is, to me, brilliant. I've read websites that say the game lacks Nintendo's usual polish, but this game couldn't be more Nintendo. If you turn off easy mode for only a minute, other than maybe the first level, you'll see just how specific and deliberate the design is. And you have to pay attention to everything, because otherwise you might miss an important detail. And on top of that, a melon could be hiding anywhere. At the end of the day, I am 100% fully engaged with this game. I'm not trying to say the game is perfect by any means. There are many questionable design choices, uninspired platforming segments, and not even the 30 melon challenge can save the bosses. But the 30 melon challenge is so engaging that I can put aside everything this game does wrong and enjoy this wonderful, frustrating experience. Well, almost everything. There's one thing in this game that's everyone's nightmare. If you've played this game enough, you know what I'm talking about. No, it's not the nightmare bouncy balls, lava spooks, or gargle blargles. It's this giant fish. This massive, invincible fish that instantly kills you, jumps at random intervals, and obsessively follows you is one of the worst enemy designs I have ever seen in my life. As if that wasn't enough, there's a blue one that doesn't jump, but never, ever stops harassing you, and is pretty much designed to annoy you so much that you give up and let it eat you. Seriously. No one should ever be unfortunate enough to play 4-2 Jungle Puddle, and it's only remotely saved by the fact that you can get 26 fruit in the first area. Even then, you'll still probably die once trying to get those last 4 fruits. I still managed to complete the 30 melon challenge on it, but never again. So yeah, that's Yoshi's story. Pretty interesting game. I apologize for how long this video took to get out, but unfortunately I can't say that all of a sudden I'm going to start making videos faster or anything. The scripts take forever. But in light of that, if you would like me to do some lower maintenance videos like Let's Plays, let me know. I could very easily churn out a simplistic video every week, but I'm not going to bother if no one is interested. Also, I just got a new mic, so let me know if like the bass is too high or the treble's too high so I can go and fix things around a little bit. You can click on any Yoshi to subscribe. And yes, I still have plans for Sunshine videos. Alrighty, see you guys later. The funny thing about this game is I still actually like 4-2 for some reason. But that enemy design is so bad.